The fifth reason is that you're not getting more business from your website is, I'm guessing for a lot of us, and again, I've suffered from this too, so I'm not pointing, if I'm pointing one finger at everybody on this call, I'm pointing four back at myself. But you probably don't have an email marketing strategy or plan. And for a lot of people, we're like, email, are you kidding me, man? That went out with AOL back in like the late 90s. And it's like, nope, you know what? Email's alive and well. And most businesses, large and small, are killing it with email. And it used to be really hard to do, but there's been some amazing changes in technology that have made it super affordable and super easy to do. But here's the two steps, I guess, should have made that plural, 2 steps to a successful email marketing program. Okay, number one is you have to grow your email list, right? If you don't have an email list, it doesn't even matter if you have great stuff to send them. You've got nobody to send it to. And then number 2 is you've got to be able to send out consistent emails that are relevant and useful to the people on your list. And I think this is a point where everybody kind of breaks down. They're like, what am I going to send them? I don't have anything to send them. I don't know what to send them. So then it's just like, well, if you got nothing to send them, I won't even waste my time on the list. But there's a better way. Now, what are some of the ways to grow your list? Well, I showed you in some previous slides, you can offer a guide or a report, or you can offer like a free layout for a kitchen floor plan maybe, something like that, right? Just something generic, but like, you know, maybe you've got a package of 2 or 3 free kitchen layouts and you're like, you know, download our free kitchen layout plans, right? That's a way to get somebody on your list, or bathroom, or you know, new room or whatever. Newsletter subscribe, right? And some of you are saying, yeah, right, that's the problem, Ken. We don't have a newsletter, so why would we want people to subscribe to it? That's going to be a pain. But I'm going to show you in another slide how to create a newsletter in about 3 minutes or less. And then the blog subscribe. Obviously, if you don't have a blog, that doesn't work. And for some of you, I can pretty much guarantee you've got a blog, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say the last time you wrote a blog post was 3 or 4 months ago. So if you expect people to subscribe to your blog, you've got to show them that you're actually producing content on a fairly regular basis and it's relevant and useful to them. Now again, if I'm a design, build, remodeling contractor, I'm guessing people that are perusing my site are interested in kitchen designs, bathroom designs, basement remodeling, maybe a room addition, right? So my stories on my blog are going to be related to things that I believe my prospective customers are going to look for. Now, as I mentioned in the previous slide, wouldn't it be great if there was an easy way to create and send out a monthly newsletter, right? I mean that's the biggest. Even I suffer with that. I'm like, what am I going to say? I don't know. Now I have to write a bunch of stuff. It's horrifying. But what if there was a way that you could curate other articles that would be relevant and useful to your clients and then put them into a nice little template and then pop it out to your customers or your clients, your leads, if you will, once a month? Well, here's something that I've just been recently made aware of. And again, like I said earlier, you're going to find that I'm all about tools and automation. But here's how this particular product works. And it is just, it's like, again, it's automation, like, you know, as good as it gets. So with this particular product and with Dan, this particular page, I have set up some feeds. So I went into the internet and I said, I want any articles that have to do with bathroom remodeling or kitchen remodeling or anything related to remodeling. I said, you know, I want those to come into my window here. So these posts automatically populate on this screen. And then what I can do is even further filter that by saying, I want a category of just kitchen remodeling. I want a category for bathroom remodeling. You could even say room additions, basement, attic, whatever you want. You can set this thing up any way you want. But the bottom line is this thing goes out and finds this content while you're sleeping. So once a month when you say, oh gosh, little bell went off, time for my newsletter, then you simply click over here. And what it will show you is this is like the most recent content. And incidentally, this is a short list because this is kind of not a full-blown version of what this tool does, but this is just example to give you an example. And so let's say I'm going to make, it says newsletter drag and drop editor, right? So let me see, I got a featured story. I'm going to go with this one right here. I'm going to pop it in there. And then it just goes right there. And then I'm going to do home remodeling trends, because anybody that's in my list is probably interested in that. And then I'm going to say, here's 12 remodeling sanity savers. By the way, if you didn't read that one, read it, because it's great both for you guys in the business and for the homeowner, because everybody knows in construction business somebody's going to lose their sanity at some point before the job gets done. And then maybe I want one more. I'm going to do smaller remodeling jobs get a better ROI. And maybe some of you are like, I don't do smaller jobs, so you wouldn't put that one in your newsletter. And so I've got a little newsletter. It's not, it's no big deal, and it's branded. Obviously, we did this for Dan. And so, the featured story is 30 small remodeling ideas. And then the other ones are, 4 more. So I've got 4 articles here. So really what I'm doing is, for my prospective clients that are homeowners and want to do remodeling, I'm just sending them information that might be useful to them because they gave me their email address, and I'm a remodeling contractor, right? I mean, what else are they going to want from me? Something about, fishing? So once you do this, you simply hit MailChimp, and I happen to connect this with MailChimp, and then it automatically goes into your MailChimp and sends out an email for you. You can schedule that, right? And here's what that email looks like. Yeah. So if I was on your email list and you sent that to me, this is what I would get in my Yahoo. So it's, and again, this is our stuff, but it's to me. So it comes in, it's branded to you and your brand, right? And then here it is, featured story, and it brings the image into the email, and it's like, and then I can click on any of these and go right to the story, right? So what I've just done is I've made myself useful to people who are considering bathroom and kitchen remodeling jobs. And literally, you saw how long it took me. I mean, it's literally a 3-minute process. Now, I just, like I said, recently became aware of this because I too have struggled with what am I going to send people. It's always been just a problem for me. But with tools like this and other tools that I'll share with you, digital marketing is a lot easier than you think, and you can look like you're an enterprise-grade company with these tools and not be, having, you don't have to hire more people. It's a lot easier than that. But hopefully you found this interesting.
And FYI, I mean, what Ken's doing there is there's nothing. It's perfectly legit. You're not stealing content. You're not doing anything crazy like that. You're just curating stories. I mean, you're just sharing stories.